Welcome back, guys. We are going to be doing another movie review today. Now, today is going to be kind of interesting because I don't know if I would say this is centered around Christmas. Obviously, this is just another video that I had in the back of my mind. Now, again, depending on when this drops, it could be before or after Christmas. I'm unsure at this point because, again, I got a lot of videos that I've been working on, so I don't know exactly when this is going to be dropping. But today, we are actually going to be talking about one of my favorite animated movies since I was a kid. We're going to be talking about Balto. Now, again, if you guys have never seen Balto, first off, go check this movie out. This is on Peacock right now. This is on, I believe, Prime, and also a few other streaming devices as well. You guys can go check out. Now, this movie came out in '95, guys. And the way there's the beginning and the end of this film starts with live action. The entirety of this movie, though, is animated, and this is based on true events as well. Now, I don't know how accurate this movie is to the original story of this film. Now, they try to get this, I would say that they put a lot more into this movie that was not historically accurate, obviously because this is a kids movie and they had to make it just more as interesting as possible. Now, the entirety of this movie is based around the character Balto, who is half husky, half wolf. He is the outcast of this little town in Nome, Alaska, and he is obviously the outcast. He wants to be a sled dog, and he again is outcasted not only by the entire town other than a few people, and also the dogs as well because of him being a half-breed. Now, when he tries to continue to not only be a sled dog but also prove himself to anybody, he just keeps getting knocked down, knocked down, knocked down, knocked down. Now, he does have, I would say, the surrogate father, Boris, who is, I would assume, the one that raised him, because he's been, I think he says in the second one that he was raised by a bird. And then same thing for the two polar bears, Muck and Luck, that are his friends. And Balto is a loner. He does not have a pack. He does not have a family. This is his family. Now, he does have love interest, Jenna, who is a very beautiful red husky in this film. And I'm saying this again, guys. In '95, this animation was absolutely beyond, amazing. So what happens is Balto comes across with Jenna, and they keep having these interactions, and you can see she does have his attention, vice versa. But when her owner, Rosie, when she becomes deathly ill with a illness, that's when Balto kind of comes in, figures out what's going on. And when the sled dogs try to come up with a plan to go get this serum for her, antitoxin for her and multiple other kids, it cannot go through because of how bad the storm is. They go through, train is the only way to go through, because by sea, by air is not working. That's the only way. They got to get a sled team to get all the way over there and then bring it back before these kids unfortunately do pass. And when this sled team goes missing, Balto takes it upon himself to go get the serum. And I'm gonna tell you this, guys, that just shows not only a good dog, but a good human being would do this, man. Balto, I'm gonna say this: Kevin Bacon did this role, and he has a lot of respect, because again, this is one of my favorite films. And he goes through the journey of literally being the outcast to a survivor to an adventurer to a warrior to a hero, because he goes through all this crap by these people to save a little girl that cared about him regardless of who he was. And also because he was in love with her, Jenna. That was her owner. So that's the reason why he did what he did. And because it was the right thing to do. And when he does this, he goes through everything. He has a bear fight, and Jenna helps him. Even when she tries, she can't go because she is injured. Same thing with Muck and Luck, how he tells them to bring her back to the town. Same thing with Boris. And when he tells Boris that he has to go on his own, Boris does not want him to go on his own because he knows that there's a chance he may not come back. And I will say this again: there's a great amount of talent in this film between Jim Cummings playing as Steel, which I never knew. Steel is the bully dog in this film that really pushes Balto down over and over again as the, I guess, the bully in school, I guess you'd have. And Kevin Bacon as Balto, Bridget Fonda as Jenna, Phil Collins as Muck and Luck, which is awesome, Bob Hoskins as Boris the Goose, which it was cool because I love Boris. Boris is absolutely hilarious. He's the massive comic relief in this film. One of my favorite lines with him is when he keeps getting hit by snowballs, and he's like, "Okay, that's it. It's time for Goose to kick a little bear butt." Like, I love it. And then same thing with one of my favorite lines in this film is when he tells Balto, he says, "Let me tell you something, Balto. A dog cannot make this journey alone, but maybe a wolf can." And that line has always stuck with me. That line has always stuck with me. Especially at that moment when Balto tries to be a sled dog leader, because he does find Steel and the rest of the team. Still tries to be the glory hound to try to get the medicine. And as soon as that happens, he's beating the crap out of Balto. Balto doesn't fight back because he's more focused on the medicine. Now, in reality, that would have been a good fight between Balto and Steel. That would have been an up and down fight, honestly. But I still wouldn't mind seeing that fight. Now, Steel does get his at the end. Obviously, if you guys have seen this film, and I don't want to go into too much, but Balto is able to come to grips with him being a wolf and a husky by meeting a white wolf, which goes into the second film. Now, he does finally, I would say, accept his roots. And that is a powerful scene within itself. With him howling, realizing I cannot hate what I am anymore because now I need it. And that's what's always was really interesting, is especially, and I connected a lot to this character because I always considered myself an outcast. I still do, because of the way Balto was, is because even though, yes, he was an outcast, he was treated like crap, he still had good in him. And he was like, hey, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to try to save these kids. I'm going to prove that I'm not a monster like everyone says I am. And then by the very end of the movie, he gets praise from all these people because he saved their kids. And finally, even gets praise from, Rosie's parents and Rosie herself, because Rosie knew that was going to be her shot to live. And then by the very end of the film, it goes into live action, and it's actually grown Rosie telling her granddaughter, technically her story, how she survived. And this is a very powerful movie. Very, very powerful movie. And I think this is probably one of the best movies that has come out in a long time for an animated film. Again, yes, it's loosely based on some true events. But again, I don't know how accurate it is. But either way, I love this movie. Even if someone tried to tell me the entirety of the story, that's perfectly fine. I could look it up on the internet if I wanted to. But I love this movie. Is it a perfect movie? No. But it's still a very good movie to me. It's part of my childhood. I remember watching it all the time as a kid. I remember I had it on VHS for the longest time. Then moved up to DVD. There's a very fond memories. I think this is my favorite one out of the entire series. I think I've only seen 1 and 2. I am going to be doing a review on 2, so stay on the lookout for that. But Balto, definitely check this movie out, guys. If you've never seen this film, give it a shot. You will not regret it. If you like dogs, if you like comedy, action, adventure, and meaning, definitely watch this movie. Watch it with your significant other. Watch it with your family. Watch it with your kids. Your kids are probably going to love this. Definitely check it out. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like. It does help the channel. It helps me out as well. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you as always on the next one.